top secret. The last 2 years in Hawkins have been so strange that I barely believe it all myself. It's hard to know what's real and what's not. This is why I have to write everything down and collect as much evidence as possible. Inside this binder are my diaries, drawings, and notes about what I saw in the upside down, and information the government doesn't want you to see. It's the only true record of how my friends and family stuck together and survived some dark and terrible forces. Open at your own risk. Byers. Hey, don't speak. Have you seen this? There are no words. But this is Will's secret diary. Check it out. Will Byers, secret files. Brother is embarrassing. Nerds, all of them. He's got Starcourt, Palace Arcade, the Upside Down, nerd. I don't know why he has that photo, but should we look through Will's diary together? I'm sure we already know everything about the Upside Down and what he saw. But sometimes I wonder, friends don't lie. But if Joyce asks if we went through Brother's diary, friends lie together. Hawkins Middle School. Who are these guys? It says Mago? 3 guys. Hawkins National Lab sticker. This looks like a drawing of something that got ruined. Can you tell what that is? Almost looks like a dragon. I'm not sure. Nerd. Another one of Will's drawings. Will Byers, the top secret files. Fold that back behind there. We can see exactly what secrets are in there. Private, keep This is the article in the newspaper about when Will disappeared. The Boy Who Came Back to Life by Benjamin Buck. In a recent statement, the state coroner's office has admitted to misidentifying the body recovered from the Sattler quarry as 12-year-old Will Byers. Will Byers had gone missing 2 days prior, inspiring the town of Hawkins to form a search party in the hopes of finding him. When a boy's body was recovered from the Sattler quarry, the case seemed solved. 6 days later, local police, led by Chief Jim Hopper, found Byers alive in an abandoned cabin a few miles outside Hawkins. A hero. Police launched an investigation into the state coroner and have since arrested him. Chief Hopper has declined to comment on the coroner's arrest. Zombie boy. Nerd. Zombie boy. Zombie nerd. Why do you think he scratched his eyes out? Zombie boy. That's what they call me. It doesn't make any sense. Zombies were once alive, then they died. Then they came back, and then they're called undead, or deadites, like in the movie Evil Dead. Whatever you want to call them, zombies are connected to the word dead, because they actually died. Well, I didn't die. It's just easier for everyone to say I did. The truth is, I went to another place, the Upside Down. I'm not supposed to talk about that. They could probably throw me in jail just for writing it. Actually, I never technically died, so I'm not a zombie. I'm not the undead. I'm undead. I'm alive. But alive boy doesn't sound as funny to an 8th grader, so I'm gonna be zombie boy for the rest of my life. Or weirdo, or geek, sometimes spazoid, and of course, freak. Will the freak. Jonathan says it's better to be a freak than be like everybody else because no one normal ever accomplished anything meaningful in this world. But what about beyond this world? There's this drawing of Zombie Boy. This looks like a doctor's note. H&L, Hawkins National Laboratory, U.S. Department of Energy, December 1984. To the faculty and staff of Hawkins Middle School, I am the attending physician for William Byers, and it is my professional medical opinion that Mr. Byers is well enough to attend classes, take part in extracurricular activities, and interact with his fellow students without issue. Furthermore, I am happy to state that William is in wonderful health and requires only the normal checkups that any child his age should expect. He is not on any prescribed medications at this time and is of sound mind. His cognitive abilities are normal. While I would not recommend he participate in any full contact sports, I am clearing him for PE class. Sorry, kiddo. If there are any further questions regarding William's condition, don't hesitate to contact me directly. Sam Owens, MD, Director of Operations, Hawkins Lab, Hawkins, Indiana. Why would he say Will is in excellent health and only needs normal checkups, but then not allow him to play full contact sports and say condition? Hopper swiped his brain scan. Swiped this for you. Figured you'd want it as a souvenir. Now don't go showing it around town and getting me in trouble, Hopper. Is that a normal brain scan? Friends don't lie. English B+, History C, Math D, Biology B+, Art A+, Computer B+, PE Boys C. 1984, January. Joyce, Will seems distracted lately. I don't know where his mind is, but it's certainly not on the books. Is everything okay at home? Let me know what I can do to help Will get back on track, whether that's tutoring, study prep, or even just being here to listen. My door is always open. Happy you're ho-ho home for the holidays. I know you said not to make a big deal about it, but I can't help it. You are a big deal to me. So happy that you're healthy enough to celebrate the holidays at home with us. I'm so sick of doctors, and I'm sure you are too. I love you so, so, so much. Now stop peeking under the tree. Love you, Mom. Glad you're feeling like your old self again. Here's to a holiday without Christmas music. Let's pump the Bowie instead. Jonathan. Some pictures of him and Joyce. Guard this with your life. It's the first picture of Mom in forever that she didn't try to make me burn or bury in the backyard. Jonathan. Albums I need to know according to Jonathan. Combat Rock by The Clash. This is the one with Should I Stay or Should I Go? The Smiths by The Smiths. That's easy to remember. Let's Dance by David Bowie. And Scary Monsters and Super Creeps by David Bowie. Both are excellent to listen to when playing Atari. Something by Joy Division. Forgot which album Jonathan said. I have to ask him again. And remember, never Kenny Rogers. I love Kenny Rogers, says Bob. Easy peasy. Bob Newby, superhero. This is such a great drawing, sweetie. Bob would have loved it. Love, Mom. Guess I didn't think about how it would have impacted Will to lose Bob. Just thought about Joyce. Bob said it would be easy peasy. Bob was wrong. There's no standing your ground when your opponent is as big as the sky. I still dream about it sometimes, up there in the clouds, with its tentacles reaching and spreading out where no one can see except for me. The shadow monster. I can still see it sometimes in my nightmares, but does that mean it can see me? I want to believe the shadow monster is gone forever, but that would be too easy peasy. The Realm of Possible Impossibilities. New Thinking on Parallel Dimensions by Carl Nomelier, PhD. Are there other dimensions beyond our own? And if so, can we enter these parallel realities via interdimensional portals? These possibilities have long fascinated mankind. Mystics believed they could glimpse other worlds. Ancient cultures where certain dreamers actually visited other planes of existence. Even today, spiritual mediums maintain they can communicate with the land of the dead. It sounds like the stuff of science fiction and fantasy, but physicists are taking parallel dimensions seriously, and they think quantum science might hold the key. Some researchers now suggest that our universe is like a radio, and we are simply tuned in to a specific reality. This means there could be an infinite number of parallel realities coexisting with us in the same room or space. Does this mean it's possible to turn the dial and visit these different worlds? Scientists such as Erwin Schrödinger and Hugh Everett first explored the idea, but it was Bryce DeWitt who coined the term many worlds in 1973. Our understanding of quantum is partially ripped across the bottom. Oh. That's a lot. It's pretty dark. I think that's the Mind Flayer that he saw. Scariest Halloween of my life. A couple of Ghostbusters. Nerds. Costume ideas for next Halloween. Write yours in. Will, we could go as our D&D characters, or movie monsters, or Voltron. Mike, first choice, A-Team. I want to be Mr. T. Second choice, Gremlins. Dustin, Return of the Jedi. I call Han. I refuse to be Chewbacca. If Star Wars is a no, I second Mike's idea for Gremlins. Can I be the one that break dances? Lucas, if we do A-Team, Mike cannot be Mr. T, and his name on the show is B.A. Baracus, Fool. Voltron is cool. Here's you. Max, hey, here's an idea. How about you dorks don't dress up next year? You can avoid public ridicule for once in your life. You're welcome. Friends don't lie, and not much is true. Friends don't lie. There's those guys again. Must be their D&D characters. Hawkins Halloween horror. Pumpkin crop contaminated. Local farmers are being forced to destroy thousands of pumpkins because their patches have been contaminated by expired pesticide. Merrill's Farm, a popular destination for haunted hayrides this time of year, has temporarily closed its gates to visitors to focus on cleanup efforts. It just breaks my heart to turn people away because we could use the money, but we don't want to risk anyone getting sick, Mr. Merrill said. Extra cautious with his tainted patch. I'm burning it all. If you smell a bad odor coming from my farm, it ain't the cooking. It's the rotten pumpkin. Wild dogs to blame for junkyard disturbance. A pack of wild dogs has been caught and contained after disturbing Hawkins' residence last night, animal control officials said. Hawkins police officer Calvin Powell was keen to put the public's minds at ease after 911 received a flurry of calls complaining about howling and strange noises coming from the woods. Their bark was bigger than their bite. The dogs, described as harmless strays with mange, were searching for food and shelter in the junkyard and the surrounding areas after nightfall. An animal control unit managed to trap the dogs near a broken-down bus before the pooches could cause any serious property damage. Hawkins police assisted them in bringing the dogs into custody unharmed. We know that's not true. Here's a map of Hawkins. and a drawing of Castle Byers. Width 7.5 feet, depth at least 10 feet, entrance height 5 feet, home of Will the Wise, Castle Byers, all friends welcome. Outside materials, Dad's old lumber, stick bundle, paint for signs, broken doorbell, tarp for roof covering, American flag, sword for defending the fort. Inside materials, microscope for experiments, battery-powered lamps, comics, drawings, cans, fly spotter, blankets, pillows, apple cider, mixed nuts, must-have password to enter. Here's the password. It's in Morse code. Looks like another Dungeons and Dragons scene. This was Will's missing poster. Here's a letter from Dustin. Look, I know you've been through some serious stuff, but do I really have to give you my X-Men 134? What if I gave you something even cooler? It's a collector's item that's sure to be way more meaningful. Your very own missing poster. How many people can say they went to the you-know-where and lived to tell the tale? You're a true survivor, a badass of epic proportions. It's surreal to think these were plastered all over the school way back when. Never mind. You can have the X-Men and the poster. You deserve them. Glad you're here with us, buddy. Dustin. Jonathan. If Mom finds out I printed this, she will blow a gasket. This one's for your eyes only. I can't believe he took that. I can remember when I coughed up a slug like it was yesterday. Last Christmas Eve, I had a tiny tickle in the back of my throat. I thought I was gonna hurl, so I excused myself to the bathroom, and that's when it launched out of me. A slimy slug from the upside down. I coughed up the little booger into my bathroom sink. A year later, I watched in horror as it surfaced at Dustin's house and came crawling back into my life. Dustin treated it like a pet, named it, and bonded with it like it was man's best friend. I mean, I get it. It's easy to get attached to something that's tiny and makes cute little noises. I loved our dog Chester like he was part of the family. But my loyalties lie with my friends first. The bond between D&D party members is stronger than that of a man and beast. Right? Right? We had Mom buy us tickets to the re-release of A Christmas Story, but we secretly snuck into A Nightmare on Elm Street, Lucas's idea. I'm probably going to sleep with the lights on tonight and every night until New Year's. Thanks a lot, Lucas. Top 3 desert island movies. No ties, no tricks. Pick only 3. Break the rules and curse yourself with bad breath for a year. Mine. Evil Dead, The Thing, and Poltergeist. Max. Mad Max, duh. Ghostbusters, and 16 Candles, don't judge me. Lucas, Rambo. Yes, I know it's called First Blood. I don't care. Everyone knows it's really Rambo. Police Academy and Ghostbusters. Dustin, Gremlins, Ghostbusters, and Empire Strikes Back. Best movie of all time. Mike, Number 1, Star Wars. Number 2, Empire Strikes Back. Number 3, Return of the Jedi. Honorable mention, Temple of Doom. Yeah, that's right. I wrote in an honorable mention. I'll just double up on breath mints. No bad breath, curse for me. Ha. Boys. The Living Maze, a story by Byers. Something woke the wizard, an ear-piercing shriek that seemed to echo all around him in the dark. Where was he? All he could see was inky shadow. The last thing the wizard remembered was guiding his party through King Tristan's tomb in hopes of raising him from the dead with a revivification spell. Then everything went black. There it was again, the shriek. Were the walls around him making that awful noise? The wizard conjured a green fireball to light his way. He could see the tomb clearly now. Its stone walls stood 20 feet tall on either side of him. It's a story like when they were playing D&D. It ends with a dragon. Well, that story is awesome. We should make it into a movie. We can use the video camera in the AV room. No, we should use a Super 8 camera so we can do animation. Plus, Spielberg used Super 8. Dustin. Another D&D drawing. How to win Dragon Slayer. Well, I know you've had to fight for your life, but you've never faced anything like Dragon Slayer. I know the TV cartoon was bad, but it is the best video game ever made. Period. End of sentence. I practiced a lot and got really good while you were you know where. So I thought I'd write up a little strategy for you so you can level up, maybe even make it to the end. You probably won't rescue Princess Daphne, she's mine, but you'll do better than Dustin. Once you make it to level 8, the key to slaying the red dragon is down, down, left up, down, right, sword, sword, left, sword. Good luck. Lucas. And another. Sort of familiar. Drawing. I think I saw. Never mind. Okay, Mr. Byers, a deal's a deal. I give you this transparency, and in turn, you start paying better attention in class, mister. Use your head. All the best, Mr. Clark. The Strange Case of Phineas Gage. I don't want to be a medical oddity. It says. Traumatic events can change people in mysterious ways. Though injuries are treated and physical damage heals, there are often unseen scars and unexpected effects long after the fact. This was true in the case of Phineas P. Gage, a railroad worker who suffered one of the most bizarre accidents in history. On September 13, 1848, an accidental explosion sent an iron rod through Gage's head. Look at his skull. It pierced his left cheek, damaged much of the frontal lobe of his brain, and exited his skull, landing over 50 feet away. Not only did Gage survive this gruesome event, but his co-workers were amazed to find that he could still talk and even walked to the wagon that would carry him to the doctor. Sometimes called the American Crowbar Case, the curious story of Phineas Gage was just the beginning. Though he lost vision in one eye and physicians declared his memory and other faculties seemed unimpaired, friends reported that he changed. He became surly. His thinking grew unbalanced, and he was given to intemperate drink. During the remaining 12 years of his life, he changed to a point that his friends said he was no longer Gage. I guess he had a science pop quiz on Phineas Gage. Dagger of Truth. There's another picture of a D&D party. Something from Hopper. That's my direct line at the station. If anything strange happens, call me. Not, I lost my Legos. Can you investigate? Not, can you beat up so-and-so at my school? Not, can I get a police escort to the arcade so we can run red lights? For important stuff only. Important. Am I clear? Hopper. Vandals busted for bashing up Bradley's big guy. The weekend began with a bust as Hawkins police wrangled up the teen vandals who allegedly smashed windows at Bradley's big guy before stealing boxes of frozen waffles, officials said. The troublesome youths, whose names are being withheld from publication, will likely be charged with criminal mischief, property damage, and theft. Police gave no insight as to why the boys chose to take waffles instead of money. One officer, who prefers to remain anonymous, pondered, "Who knows why kids do what they do? One day they're skipping school, the next they're stealing waffles." Neither the store's manager nor the boys' parents could be reached for comment. Whenever you get that Viewmaster feeling and you feel stuck between the slides, remember you're not alone. Crazy together. Mike. There's a Viewmaster. Clowning around. Laughs abound as Mr. Baldo delights local children at 1954 County Fair. Told you he was real. Mr. Baldo. He scared me so bad when I was your age that I had nightmares for months. Then one day I decided I'd had enough. I look at this from time to time to remind me what scares us as well. As silly as this dumb clown. Remember, Will, it's all in your head. If you want to, you can drive fear out. You can fight back. You can make it go away. I believe in you, Bob. It seems like he wrote, "Go away, go 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 away," over and over again. I've been thinking about the now memories a lot lately, flashing back and trying to make sense of it all. Ever attempt to write a book report while you're deep asleep? That's what it felt like, trying to get a message out while it was in control of me, the shadow monster. Its visions flooded my head at once, making me see what it saw and doubt what I knew, sinking deeper and deeper behind the gate. I felt like I was losing my mind. In the Upside Down, I was able to communicate with Mom. I could use my voice. But in the now memories, I forgot words the moment I remembered them. Words like spreading, evil, danger, and crossing over, knowing what the shadow monster knew. I could see it was only a matter of time before it tore a hole into Hawkins. I needed to fight back. I needed to warn them all. I needed to tell them to find help, but I didn't have the words. So I used the only thing I had left. The code. Mom showed me how to dance, but I don't think she knows what she's doing because Jonathan was watching us the whole time and laughing his butt off. Why am I going to the snowball? It's not like anyone is going to ask me to dance. Everybody in our class thinks I'm weird. Mom says I should go because I need to make the memories that are my own, not the now memories kind. Maybe it won't be so bad. The guys will all be there, and we'll finally get to see this big secret thing Dustin is planning. He won't shut up about it. Did he learn how to moonwalk or something? You looked good out there, zombie boy. Jonathan. It's me. I saw you. Elle. I met Elle for the first time, again, at the Snowball tonight. It sounds weird, but it's true. We met before, only we didn't really. That makes zero sense. Does meeting a vision of someone count as really meeting them? That's how I remember her. A vision, a hallucination, almost like the Force ghost from Star Wars. 1 second I heard a girl's voice, and then boom, there she was in the Upside Down. She told me help was coming, and then she magically vanished right before my eyes. The guys talk about her all the time. Well, Mike does mostly. Pretty sure he's in love with her. I didn't know what to say to her in person. What do you say to someone who saved your life and literally pulled you out of hell? All I could think to say was hello and nice meeting you again. You could say thank you. But I'm starting to feel like we shouldn't be reading this. Does this feel familiar to you? Van's tire trouble overblown. Tires aren't the only thing full of hot air. So are the stories of a van going airborne, according to Officer Phil Callahan from the Hawkins Police Department. Phil Callahan is like Papa. If you ask me, some people have too much time on their hands. The panic all started with wild reports of a Hawkins Power and Light van flipping through the air at the intersection of Elm Street and Cherry Lane. What actually occurred? The vehicle lost control when the front tire unexpectedly popped. The driver, Bill Jeffries, has been a Hawkins Power and Light employee for nearly 20 years. Stuff like this happens all the time. Don't believe everything you hear. The electric girl knew light on a dark power. In 1846, in a small town in France, a young girl named Angelique Cotton is reported to have demonstrated amazing and unexplained powers. People claim she could move objects and generate electric shocks with her mind. Some said it was the work of the devil or poltergeist. Others claimed she was simply a fraud. Whatever the answer, her story is one of the first documented cases of what would come to be known as telekinesis. From the Greek word far off and movement, telekinesis is an alleged psychic power that enables people to influence the physical world by their thoughts alone. Scientific research methods are casting new light on this shadowy phenomenon. More recently, the world was fascinated by black and white films of purported Soviet psychic Nina Kulagina. Laboratory experiments supposedly documented her telekinetic powers as she moved objects on a table and even controlled the beating of a frog's heart. Support and criticism came from all levels of the scientific community. It's even reported that the United States Defense Department actively investigated the claims. There's us. I feel sorry for Elle. Having power like this can't be easy. It can separate you, make you feel alone. I think I know how she feels. A local store to close its doors. This is about Melvald's General Store. It was open for nearly 2 decades. I'm not sure what I'll do, said Joyce Byers, who has been a clerk at Melvald since 1973. Jobs aren't so easy to find around here. We'll get by somehow. What choice do we have? This is not good. Just when everything was getting back to normal, life gets hard. Mom is worrying again. She says everything will be okay, but I know better. I can hear her cry sometimes. I wish I could do something to help. Psychic warfare. Are Russian spies reading your mind? The United States and Soviet Union have fought the Cold War on many fronts, but the streets of Berlin to the reaches of space. We can now add the realm of psychic phenomena. It sounds like science fiction, but it's true. Documents recently uncovered by this reporter reveal that the US military and the Kremlin have been using psychic soldiers since the mid-70s. Remote viewing is the psychic ability to visualize distant locations, possibly through the use of ESP. Imagine the potential. All rooms of the Pentagon could be infiltrated, all meetings at Langley breached, all security procedures would be useless. USA and USSR locked in a mind-bending war. Less is known about the Soviet investigations into what they call psychotronics, but it is believed their programs may go back as far as 1917. National investigator Mark Ackerman, executive editor. Murray, you're my friend and I like your work, but enough with the crazy Russian spies. We did one article. It was interesting, but I can't do a whole series. It doesn't have legs, and it's not what my readers want. If you could work in a UFO angle or maybe something about Elvis and Bigfoot, I might consider it. Also, Indiana doesn't do anything for me. People like Miami these days. That city's got traction. How about psychic diet cults of Miami? Work up 800 words on that, and I'll consider it. Let's get lunch soon. Mark. Nancy, I don't like what Murray had to say. I'm worried about Will. Jonathan and Nancy. The papers won't listen. We have to get the word out. Dustin, tell your friends this is good any day I'm working, but don't abuse it. Steve. Steve's going to give us free ice cream. Dustin. Get one free cone with this advertisement. Summer 1985. I've never been so happy for a school year to end. It's been a terrible year, and I want to leave it behind. Well, I want to leave the bad stuff behind and hold on to the good stuff. But the past doesn't always want to stay behind. Sometimes it sticks to you. It follows you. And things don't become good just because you want them to. Life isn't always easy peasy. High school is going to be weird. Maybe it will be better. Until then, I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for a new story. Mike likes to remind us that a person would need true sight to see into the future, but the truth is, I don't. For the first time ever, I know exactly what my future holds, and I don't need any psychic abilities to prove it. I just need hope and art and my family. And last but not least, my friends, my party. I hope we only encountered Demogorgons and Mind Flayers in a paper dungeon with a 20-sided die in our hands. I hope the upside down stays far, far behind us. I hope life returns to normal, but we remain freaks forever. As Jonathan says, being a freak is the best. Will the Wise. Let's keep this between us. Best friends. Do you think we should talk to Will? I'm just kind of worried about good idea. Yeah.